What's up boys, Glad here talking to you about all the hardest developer times in Crash 4, ranked from easiest to hardest. Why? I needed more people so I could fix my accomplishment too. A few things before we begin, just to answer a few questions if you have any. First, hey, I'm back! Anyone miss me? Hello? No, but for real, I've been out in the country the past week and haven't been able to record, so this video had to be pushed back a bit. I've also been dealing with some other things that I may go into another time, that made me have to slow down a bit. More to do with the topic at hand, this video is of course all my own opinion, my experience was different to yours, and therefore my ranking may not be accurate to what you have in mind. I'll be showing the recordings of all of my times with context at the beginning to give some of my views on each of the levels. This is so you can look at the recording to see how you can do it yourself, and to be able to see how I did it. If you just want the times without my commentary, and in an order of how the levels are played, I'll leave a link to an unlisted video of exactly that. If you feel like skipping the footage of each of the times, I'll put a timestamp before each one so you can do so. Alright, that should be it. Thanks for checking out this video, and enjoy.
Surprisingly, for being halfway through the game, home cooking is insanely easy, to the point where just going for the platinum relics like a sane person could have very easily gotten the developer time. There isn't even some huge game-breaking skip, the time is just so generous that the time only took me around 15 to 20 minutes to get. There isn't some skip that saved you an insane amount of time like you can see for yourself in this run.
Don't worry, I'm just as surprised as you are. The first half of the level wasn't that difficult, and even the second half, which may have made Cortex Castle one of the hardest to play in your first playthrough, once you take your time and understand what is coming, then the level will be over, and you'll have your time. And you can take your time, this level is so easy, it's mad. If you want to get a time and maybe flex to someone who doesn't know better, then this is the level to do it on.
Hook, line and sinker is easy not for some large skip, but the accumulation of several smaller skips, most notably you're skipping the wall jumps that takes really no effort to pull off. There really isn't much to say about this level, but take a look at my run and take what you can from it.
On the easier side of levels, booty calls can be ran with little effort. At 16 seconds in, I even missed a time crate, and at 21 seconds in, I waste time missing another time crate. 1/3 of the level is a grinding section which can't be made any faster than it already is, or at least not by much. And the last part has 2 shortcuts that make it a breeze to speedrun. At 120, use the side of the map to jump over the water and moving platform that takes multiple extra seconds. And at 140, you can jump over the railing and skip most of the jumps. It can obviously be executed better, but in this level it's not too necessary. Here's my run. This level is proof that small levels does not mean an easy run, it usually implies a hard time to get. It actually took me by surprise when I saw the time after my first run, but after I found the hidden time crate behind one of the flower things, that made the experience a lot easier, and it made it a breeze to speedrun.
Honestly, if it weren't for the first half of the level, it would have been a lot more difficult. I sucked at the jet ski part. Even missing a one time crate that probably took more time to try and get again than to just move on. And a 2 time crate that we won't talk about. The best time skip in the level was to ignore the time crate at 23 seconds in and be able to get past the next little bit, but without being trapped in by the moving platform. I was able to beat this run by about 4 seconds even with those missed crates.
On one of the shortest levels in the game, stowing away is largely just straight corridors, and there are no hard jumps or hard enemies. There is that puzzle section, if you want to call it that, with Ika Ika. Once you get at least a very basic understanding, it won't be any hassle. If I had to say anything, it'd be those electric traps that you need to slide under at the beginning. That can cause a bit of trouble, but that's really about it.
No dilly-dallying, much like its different timeline, Run It By You, is one of those levels that shows if you do the first half of the level well enough, then the second half of the level is irrelevant. I carefully recommend ignoring the food cart thing during the Dingodile section, instead just leap from platform to platform, because that shit is slow and will cost you. And due to ignoring the food truck, I could, and did, make many mistakes during the jet ski phase. I still beat the time by around 7 seconds in this run. For the first level, Akano makes an appearance isn't too challenging. Akano does play a role in a large part of the level, but doesn't prove to be tough. I made this run before I learned about the triple spin Akano glitch, but this level didn't force me to learn that. I couldn't find any large shortcuts, but the time for this level is generous enough to where it doesn't matter that much. Fairly easy, here's my run.
Ice physics, aren't they fun? But seriously, the first half of the level was the most challenging part. I actually died on the shark way too many times in this level, but once I got past them, the rest of the level was easy. The Capuna Wild glitch is most used on the grinding section, but I was too much of a pussy ass bitch to use it repeatedly and worried that I'd missed some of the boxes. It could have been an easy fix, but this time isn't too hard, so I never abused it. Big old T-Rex boy. The small part in the beginning isn't too hard, but the main part of the level, which is obviously the T-Rex chase, I found the most challenging. Only because breaking every box and not getting blown up by the TNT and nitro crates, it's quite long and there's just too many chances of failure. As long as you keep your calm, you'll be able to complete this level fine.
On probably one of my favourite levels in terms of how appealing it is to look at, Dragon On is decently long, and aside from a few errors in the run, the rest of the level wasn't too hard to pull off. Like, I only noticeably fucked up when missing an Aku on one jump, and another mistake that, well, you know how when you get close to the end of a level, there may be a bit of adrenaline? I'll let the clip explain for itself. I still got the time, so shut up!
This level is difficult to some due to Laney Lolly at the very beginning being a pain, and the shark section also in the beginning. I found the shark section as well as the Laney Lolly part to be easy after a few attempts. It's also common knowledge that the second half of the level to be not very challenging, so it never took me too long to finish this one. This level is the same reason for being on the easier levels in my opinion as the other Torna levels. It's just easier for me. You might find it harder than the other characters, but that's just preference. There's a lot of simple shortcuts that are shown throughout the run, some harder to execute than others, and the crash section is a ball chase scene, which means all you have to do is hit the crates. Or not, my time is just under 4 seconds faster than the developer, so it's not even completely necessary for me too. Here's my run. Crash Compactor is a level that can be insane for players who don't know what they're doing. A lot of the level is just crash, and the only other time is when Lanny Lowy comes in and does jack shit, like you only hit R2 5 times. Once you understand the simple shortcuts, with the biggest one being at 1 minute and 6 seconds, and execute your moves correctly, then skilled speedrunners will find it easier than most. Average difficulty, here's my run. Hit the road! Similar to levels like Crash Compactor is easier to skilled players. If you know how to use Crash, then you should be fine with this level. Even at 1 minute and 53 seconds, I missed the time great, but still got the time because of the rest of the level. Like Crash Compactor again, landing lolly doesn't do much and doesn't prove to be a challenge. Again, average difficulty, here's my run. If I had to be honest, most of Outfit Launch isn't much of a challenge. A good third is a rail grind and wall run section. There's even a long corridor of nothing. And I mean, you may die in these sections, but you'll probably find that you may die mostly on the 2 large side scrollers that are filled with enemies and electric death things. They're not too hard, you just need to get past all of them in one go. Once you do that, you should find the rest of the level is not too difficult. Insanity Peak was probably one of the tightest levels I've ever had. You need to be pretty perfect to get the time for this level, even with the world record being half my time. There were a few mistakes in my run, wasting me approximately 1 to 2 seconds, but with that being said, speedrunning a level with no mistakes is no easy feat. Overall, a hard level to get developer time on. Here's my full run.
And with that, the first half of the ranking is complete. Again, this is all just my opinion. This is not yet finished, and part 2 will be coming out shortly. This video took a good time to make, so any criticism you may make from what you've seen in this video, feel free to point them out. All comments, negative and positive, are accepted. I'm pretty decent with critiques, so as long as it's within reason, go ahead. I'll see you next week, or whenever the fuck I upload the next part.